Mary Johnson, and we are at Channel 4 and doing our segment of At the Library. I'm here with Debbie Larson, head of Youth Services. I'm head of Adult
That's right.
Services.
Don't give me your job.
And so we're here to tell you what's going on at the library during the month of January. So Deb, I'm going to start.
Okay,
like I usually
sounds
do.
good.
The one thing I wanted to mention is that the library will be closed on Tuesday, December 31st and Wednesday, January 1st for the holiday. After that, it'll be back to normal hours. And again, remember, we are open on Sundays from 1 to 5, and it's a popular day to come to the library.
It is.
I wanted to talk about some of the ongoing clubs that we have. We actually have two. We have a needle club that meets every Tuesday from 10 to 12 in our conference room. And this is a group that just gets together and they work on projects that they, have brought from home. Very informal. Anyone is welcome, and the more the merrier. Then we have a Scrabble club that meets the first and third Tuesday of the month, and that's from 1 to 3 in our conference room as well. And again, it's just people who love to play the game, and you can come in and it's just a drop-in. You don't have to call or anything, just show up. We have extra games. Some people bring their games with them, so it's a nice group, and we'd love to have you. Don't forget, we have our Museum Pass, Adventure Pass program going throughout the whole year. We've had some activity with the Brookfield Zoo, this winter. It's always a good place, and we of course have the Children's Museum in Oak Lawn that's very popular as well. Legoland is also a member, so if you haven't gone there, that might be a fun something to do on a Saturday when it's cold and rotten out. So anyway, we have a brochure on it if you have questions about what is available, and it's also on our website. Now I want to talk about some of the programs that are coming up. On Tuesday, January 7th at 6:30, Steve from Computer Greeks will be coming in to do his Clean Up Your Computer class. It's a very popular class. He goes over how to declutter your computer to make it run faster, and he'll go over some basic security issues. So it's a really, really good class. He usually spends about 2 hours, and so if you need help with your computer, before you go out and buy a new one, come to Steve's class and see if you can clean it up yourself. We have also started an iPad, iPhone user group, and this is going to be held on Thursday, January 9th at 2 o'clock. So it's a very, very informal group where we just sit around and talk about our favorite apps, share some tricks that you might know, or some tips. And so bring your device. It's a different group every time. This will be our third time doing it. So it just depends on who's available. We are going to be doing an evening one as well. So if you can't ever make an afternoon one, we are going to be doing an evening one in February. So it's a lot of fun, and it's amazing how many little things that you can learn from other people. It seems like the best ideas are the ones that people, about apps I should say, are the ones that people have used. So try to make it Thursday, January 9th at 2. Now, Friday, January 10th at 6 o'clock, we're going to have a birthday party for Elvis. Although that's not his exact birthday, we are going to do it on Friday because it's going to be an after-hours event. We will have pizza and pie, and it's going to be $7. You do need to buy your ticket in advance, and we're going to have Elvis is going to be there, and he is going to be, Steve Richards is being Elvis, I should say. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Steve Richards actually did our Elvis birthday bash a couple of years ago, so it is the same performer if you went to that one, so you might remember him. But anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. You do have to buy the tickets in advance. They're $7, and if you have any questions, just give us a call. On Sunday, January 12th, we're going to have The Journey of Molly's War. And this is a woman, her name is Cindy Schaefer, and she's going to be talking about her mother's World War II experiences as a member of the Women's Army Corps. And so she's going to have photos, letters, memorabilia, and I think it'll be really interesting. So that's going to be on Sunday afternoon at 2. Now, our book discussions continue, of course, in January. So we are going to have our first one is our Lunch Bunch book discussion, and that is going to be on Monday, January 13th at 12 o'clock noon, and it's going to be Pilgrim's Wilderness, a true story of faith and madness on the Alaska frontier by Tom Kizia. Now we have copies of the book available. This is a nonfiction group, and it's called the Lunch Bunch because you can bring your lunch and we provide dessert and a beverage. So it's a really nice group, and they're always looking for new members. So if you like nonfiction, you might want to read this. Now on Tuesday the 14th, we're going to have Media on Demand. This is going to be all about our e-reader program called Media on Demand, where you can download books to your to any kind of device, your Kindle, your iPod, your iPad, and we'll show you how to get set up and then how to do the process. It's a wonderful program, and they're adding new books to it all the time. So, be sure, and if you're interested, maybe you got a new toy for Christmas, and you want to learn how to do it. So, come to that class and learn the basics. Now on Tuesday, January 14th at 7, we're going to have Gerald Knight come back and do a FAFSA seminar. So if you have a child in college or going to college, you may want to come and hear what's new and how to apply and all the ways you can get money for college. It's a great program for families who obviously need money to send their kids to school. On Wednesday, January 15th at 2 o'clock, we're going to have doll collector Rose Jones come, and she's going to bring her collection of dolls dating back to 1980s to the present, and she's going to also bring some of her antique dolls. So she's just an avid doll collector and enjoys them so much, and we'll have a story about each one, I'm sure. And so if you want to come and meet Rose and her doll collection, you can also bring your favorite doll along. That's kind of fun. Now on Thursday at the movies, the first one is going to be January 16th, and we're going to show the animated film Up. Now you think it's a kids movie, but it's a really, very touching, good movie. And so give it a try. It is animated, but I think you'll really enjoy it. We'll have 3 showings, one at 10 o'clock in the morning with subtitles, and then 2 o'clock and 6:30 in the evening. On Sunday, January 19th at 2 o'clock, we're going to have a woman who is going to, who's very polished in the art of iPhoneography. It's kind of a strange thing, but it's actually learning how to take better pictures with your iPhone or iPad. So you can bring your device with you. She does want you to download a program called Snapseed. It's an app that's free, and this program would be open to adults and teens as well. So if it's a way to, from what I understand, you're able to edit your photos on your phone. So a lot of people, might not realize that's even a possibility. So anyway, it's fun because I find more and more people are using their phones as their only camera. So this will be a way to learn how to use it more proficiently. On Tuesday evening, we have the book discussion group, and this is the fiction book discussion group. It's going to be on Wednesday the 21st at 7 o'clock, and the book they're reading is Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk by Ben Fountain. So if you like fiction, this would be the book club for you to join. On Wednesday, January 22nd, we're going to be holding a class about another program that we offer called Freegal. We have Freegal Music and Freeding, which is their ebook program platform, and then we are starting a video streaming program with Freegal, and it's called Freegal Movies. So we will show you how. It's very easy. It's an app, and you can stream movies. You can check out to 3 a month, or 3 a week, and so all that will be discussed in this program. But it's a new service. The movies are not, like the blockbuster ones that are out right now, but they have a good selection of of different movies and different genres that you can browse through, and they're changing all the time, and they're always adding to the collection. So that's a fun new service that we'll be offering. On Thursday, January 23rd at 10 o'clock, Christine Todd will be in, and she'll be talking, that's 10 o'clock in the morning, I should say. She is a professional organizer and relocation specialist, and she's going to talk about downsizing for seniors. It's funny, it's not, it's for seniors, but I think it's for everybody, really, because so many people have so much stuff. We're just stuff all over the place. So she's going to show you how to get organized and get rid of clutter. On Thursday, January 23rd, that same evening at 7 o'clock, we are going to have John Ziemba, who wrote the book When Football Was Football, and he is going to be here to talk about his book. Unfortunately, the book is not in print anymore, but he just loves talking about football so much he wants to come and talk about the Chicago Bears, which were at that time called the Chicago Cardinals. I didn't even know that, so I learned something. Either. But he sounds like he's just going to be a really wonderful speaker. Very excited about his book and the Bears. On Saturday, January 25th, we are going to have a woman who is going to come and teach American Mahjong, and it's a Chinese tile game. And so we are limited on space for this program. You do have to have a Palos Heights library card. It's going to be from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock, so we'll have time for some instruction, and then we'll break into playing some games. So you do have to register. We would ask that you maybe bring a light lunch, and we'll provide some snacks, because it's going to be intense, 4 hours of Mahjong. So please make sure you register, though. And then on Tuesday, the 28th at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a second evening with Bob Rodriguez, who is the Beatle person. He wrote a book called An Evening with Revolver, How the Beatles Reimagined Rock and Roll in the Studio. So he'll be coming in, he'll be talking about this book. So this covers the Beatles. He was at the library once before, and he did the early years. Now this is going to be from 1967 to 1970, and I think it's right before they broke up as a group, so brings it up to that point. So if you love the Beatles, and I think it's their big anniversary of being, actually it's 50 years ago that they were on the Ed Sullivan Show. Okay. So that's why there's a lot of interest in the Beatles this year. Now, the library has joined on to, or has gotten involved in a grant through the Jesse White State of Illinois for an eRead Illinois program. And it's a program where you can download ebooks through, it's called Access 360, the program that you use. And it's very much like Media on Demand, where you download an app and you go through the app to download ebooks, but it's a totally different selection of books. So it has really different ones and some, good well-known authors. So it's just another option for you, and we are going to be having a class on how to do that on Wednesday, January 29th at 2 o'clock. And you'll be hearing more and more about this program. Again, it's one of those that is going to be growing. So we'll have the big, we'll have Media on Demand, then we'll have the eRead Illinois program, and then we have Freeding. So we have 3 different choices of ebooks that you can choose from. And so between all of that, everyone should be able to get an ebook they want.
There's going to be some book somewhere.
And then Thursday at the Movies is going to be on January 30th, and we're going to show the movie The Impossible. And that's the one about the people were in the tsunami and how they survived. So if you haven't seen it, I'm sure it's very, what would be the word?
It's really good.
Really
suspenseful.
Good. Suspenseful, that's the word I was looking for. So that'll be, again, at 10 o'clock in the morning with subtitles, 2 o'clock, and then at 6:30 in the evening. So I think that's it for our adult programming. So, Deb, what's going on upstairs?
All right. Now that Christmas is over, we have our winter reading program starting up again. It's the Chicago Wolves Read to Succeed winter reading program. We do it every year, and so it's going to be starting January 8th. Kids can come by the desk. You can pick up one of these lovely book logs. Sorry, I didn't give you any notice, but they look like that. Lovely book logs that you can pick up, and then what the kids are going to do is just keep track of any books that they read, and they get to set their own goal. They don't have to have like a certain amount of minutes or anything. We just kind of leave it up to them. And books count for school. I know a lot of kids have to read books for school and keep a track of minutes. You can kind of double count those. So here's your opportunity to get some prizes for reading that you might be doing anyway. Yeah. So that's going to start January 8th, and it'll run through February 22nd. So the way we're going to kick it off this year, though, is we have a player from the Chicago Wolves coming to talk about what it's like to be a professional hockey player, and he'll sign autographs. Every year they bring a different player every year. This year we have Shane Harper, who I hear is a right wing. I don't know enough about hockey, but Denise told me right wing. So he's a right wing, and they bring all their gear with, and then every year they let a kid try on all the gear, and they take a picture, and it's really fun. So come to that, and then if you show up for autographs and things, you can sign up for the reading program that night. So you kind of get a jump on everybody else. Good. So that's kind of the big thing going on this month. And then story times are coming back. We take a break in December, but they'll be back in January. Before we start up officially, we will have a drop-in story time about sweaters and all things cozy on Wednesday, January 8th, and we'll do that at 10 and at 1, and that's for kids that are 2 to 6 years old. So if you can't wait until story time starts the following week, we have one in there. So, and then regular winter storytime session will start up January 13th. So that's the first day of the first class. So that means that the tiny tots, who are the babies up until 23 months, they will meet on that Monday at 10. And then the terrific twos, who are 2-year-olds basically, they meet on Tuesdays at 10. And then the preschool age kids, the 3 to 6-year-olds, they will meet on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 10 or at 1. So you've got 4 options for the preschool story time. And then we will have our regular pajama times on Tuesday nights, January 7 and 21st at 7 o'clock. And those are for, kids pretty much that same age range that comes to story time. Although if you're older and they want to come, that's fine too. They get to wear their pajamas if they want to and hear some stories before they head off to bed. So that's going to be the 7th and the 21st. Then we will have our monthly Friday story time, our Friday morning fun, on January 17, and that's at 10, and that's the same kind of age range, 2 to 6 we say for that one. So you can come by. You don't have to sign up for that one. You can just stop by and hear some stories and make a project and have some fun. So that's all the story times that are going on. Then we've got some after-school programs that are coming up. We've got After School Club, which is 1st through 3rd grade on Tuesday, January 14, and this month we're going to do things with sloths, which I don't know how much you know about sloths, but did you know that they look green because they're covered in mold because they move so slow?
Oh, no.
Yeah. So lots of fun, gross sloth facts for you. And there's a book that has all pictures of baby sloths, and they're the cutest thing. You wouldn't think they would be cute, but they are.
Is it like a caterpillar?
No, it's like a monkey almost that they live in the jungle, and they hang from trees, and they barely move. Oh, I'll tell you all about them sometime.
I was thinking of something totally
they're just this strange animals. So we're also going to have Crafty Kids on Tuesday. That will be January 28th at 4 o'clock, and that's a little bigger age range. That's kindergarten through 4th grade, and they're going to be making a Chinese New Year craft. I guess this year is going to be Year of the Horse, so the kids are going to be making these fun little horse masks. Might look something like this. Might look a little different. But so that's, your big chance to make a horse mask will be on the 28th. And then we will have Lego Builders like we do every month on Sunday, January 12 at 2 o'clock. And that's for kids that are 4 and up, and their parents or grandpa, whoever wants to come. You can just use our big collection of Legos and make whatever, and we'll put them out on display for everybody to see. So, and then we'll have our chess club, which will meet Wednesday, January 15 at 7 o'clock. That meets every month. It's for kids that are 6 and up, and they can just come and play chess against other kids that are there, and we have volunteers from Stagg High School, their chess team. So they come and they give advice. Even if you have a smaller turnout, then you almost practically get a tutoring session in chess.
Nice.
So it's not a bad thing. But you don't have to sign up for that either. So just show up on that Wednesday night, and we'll we'll fit you in. Then we've got some special programs coming up. We've got a couple things left over for winter break because there'll be a little bit of winter break still in January. Read to the dogs, the dogs from, I think it's Rainbow Animal Awareness. They're going to be coming on Thursday, January 2 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And kids can sign up. That one you really need to sign up for because there's only so many slots for that one. We've got 4 dogs. Each kid gets 15 minutes with a dog. So, there's only so much room. But 6 and up we can have come and they can take a little time to read, practice their reading to the dogs, and they're really snuggly and nice dogs. So they've been trained just for this. I know, they're also cute. So, so that's coming up on the Thursday left before school goes back, and then we also Friday that morning, January 3 at 10 o'clock, we've got the Yo-Yo Man. His name is Barry North, and he is a yo-yo champion. He knows how to do all these cool tricks with yo-yos. He will be coming in that morning to show the kids his many tricks, and then he'll teach them how to do one themselves. So they're all going to go home and want yo-yos to swing around. So that's on Friday, January 3. Then
Does he bring yo-yos for everybody?
I will find out. I don't think he might bring a couple backups. I'm not honestly sure. We'll find out.
Okay.
I better find out before he gets there. We're going to have another rainbow bracelet making party. We had one back in November, and it was really popular, so we'll do it again. Tuesday, January 7 after school at 4 o'clock, and that's for first grade and up. And they can just bring, if you have a loom, I know they have those rainbow looms. If you have a loom and you want to bring it, please do, because I don't have all of those. Those are too expensive to buy. But we will have rubber bands. So bring your creativity, bring your loom, and we'll show you how to do the rest. We're going to have a Winnie the Pooh party on Saturday, January 18. It's A.A. Milne's birthday. I don't know how many, but it's his birthday. And so we're going to have stories and activities, basically like a Winnie the Pooh story time. And that's on the 18th at 10 in the morning, and that's all ages. On January 20, Monday, January 20th, that's Martin Luther King Junior Day. A lot of kids are off school, so we will have a drop-in craft that you can come by and make between 11 and 4. You can just stop by any time and make a craft. And then we're going to also that day at 4 o'clock have a little birthday party for Martin Luther King. So we're going to have some stories, we'll make a craft, and then we'll also have birthday cake because you can't have a party without birthday cake. I always try to have an excuse to fit cake into something. So we'll have cake for Martin Luther King Jr. and then it should be a fun afternoon. Sunday, January 26th at 2 o'clock, we're going to kick off Chinese New Year with a special concert. Anybody that was around last year will know we had Judy Lay come and she played the violin. She's coming back this year and she's bringing, her name is Joy. I can't remember, Joy Hoffman, I think her name is. And she knows how to play a Chinese harp. And I think she said she's one of the only people in the United States that knows how to play this. So she's going to be doing this concert. It'll be Chinese harp and violin, and they'll talk a little bit about Chinese New Year and the customs. And last year they brought along some cool things that the kids could see. So it's pretty much open to all ages, but it's for kids too. So it's a cool way to spend an afternoon. Let's see. Puzzle Week is January 26th through 31. I guess it's National Puzzle Day on January 29. So all week we're going to be celebrating Puzzle Week. We have little puzzles to give out to the kids. So stop by the desk, pick up a puzzle. I think we have a little plastic puzzle for you to take with you, and then a sheet. We'll find you some stuff to do. It'll be fun. It's just a little extra, little bonus. Okay, so that's that. Teens and tweens, we've got a bunch of stuff coming up in January. Tween Time, which is 4th and 5th grade, that is going to be Thursday, January 23rd at 7 o'clock, and that they're going to be making snow globes. So Miss Dorothy is going to have a bunch of options for you to put things in snow globes, and I have made one before and it dripped all over, so I hope she has better luck than I do. But they're cute. Kids come up with really good ideas for that. Wednesday, January 29 at 6:30, we will have our Teen Advisory Board meet. So anybody that's in 6th grade or up can come to the library for just half an hour meeting, and we'd like to hear from them about what kind of books should we order, what kind of movies should we get, and what kind of programs would they like to be having at the library. So they can come 6:30 on the 29th and let us know what they think. And then after that meeting ends, then we will have a craft program. It's called Light Up Your January. It's going to be at 7 o'clock, and that's the same thing, 6th graders and up. They're going to make light switches it's a decoupage. They're going to decoupage them with candy wrappers. I saw a picture. It looks really cool. It looks very professional. So they can make fancy light switches for their room or for
Oh, wow.
whatever. So you're going to be doing that with Mary Lou. So, and then we always have gaming every Friday from 2:30 to 4:30. So kids can always stop by the library and play our Wii or play our PlayStation. We get more games all the time, and you can just, any game that's on the shelf, bring it to the desk and we'll let you play it. So, so that takes care of the teens and the tweens. And then the last thing, I think the last thing, is book discussions for this month. We've always got extra copies of the books at the youth services desk. So if you want to read one, stop by the desk and grab one, and we'll get you set up. The first book the teens are going to talk about is this one. It's called Endangered by Elliot Schreffer. I think I'm saying that right. They're going to meet Wednesday, January 22nd at 7 o'clock. And that is, this book, I didn't read it yet, but from what I can tell, it's set in the jungle, and it's kind of a survival adventure. So
Ooh.
it should be fun. It's got a really dark cover, so it probably doesn't show up very well on TV. Then the tweens, which is the 3rd through 5th graders, they're going to be reading an oldie but a goodie. Everyone knows this one, right?
favorite.
I know, I love this book.
Oh,
Charlotte's
my
Web.
gosh.
They're going to read Charlotte's Web they're going to talk about it on the 14th, January 14th at 7 o'clock. So everyone has probably read this book, and if you haven't, you should. So stop by and talk to us about what you thought of it.
Even as an adult, you should read that.
I know. I read it. I read it every couple of years.
Yeah.
Just it's so cute. And then the Caudle Book Talk, which is the book talk where kids, it's like 4th through 8th grade, can come and talk about the nominees for this year. They are reading this one called Ways to Live Forever, which is kind of a realistic fiction. It has a very interesting introduction. It says, "By the time you read this, I will probably be dead."
Ooh.
So it's kind of a sad but also a hopeful story. I won't give. You can kind of tell. I think it's a kid who has cancer,
Oh.
but it's not a depressing one. It's got a lot of good stuff in it, so
Okay.
don't be scared. But they're going to talk about that Thursday, January 9 at 4 o'clock after school. And Miss Rebecca always gets in touch with the authors, and she's gotten extra book copies that are signed or little freebies from the authors. So there will probably be something fun that we're giving away for this one too.
Oh, great.
So that takes care of that, and I think that's it.
That's it.
I know that's the end.
Boy.
It's a lot, but it's
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And remember that if you want more information about anything, our website is updated and with all this program information. So just go to PalesHeightsLibrary.org, and if you want to sign up for programs, we do have an online calendar. You can always call the library to sign up for a program, or stop by because we'd love to see you.
Right.
And until next month, Deb and I will be back in January to talk about February at the library.